Alright, so today we're going to talk about our sheep kidney for our dissection. So starting off with our surface area anatomy, we have this outer area right here of the kidney is our fibrous capsule. It protects the kidney from everything around it. Right here, this area, this structure right here is the ureter. Right here, that long little string-like area. Then we have going in, right here is going to be our renal vein. It's the bigger one of the two. And then we have right next to it is the renal artery. And then coming in right here, this little dip area is going to be our hilum, right here. And then moving on inside the kidney, we open it up. And we have this lighter area right here is going to be our renal cortex, right here and right here. And then moving on into this darker spots on this side as well is going to be our renal medulla. Now going into our next structure, it's a little harder to see when it comes to this part of the kidney because it's so much smaller. But in this area in the cortex is our glomerulus. You can't see them. Sometimes they're red and little blue little specks in the cortex, which in this structure they're not seen very well. Moving on into these little white areas right here and right here. Also here and here is our renal column. Our renal column, here, 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 and here. In between those renal columns, you have the pyramid, the renal pyramids right here. It's the darker area. The renal pyramids here as well, right here, and right here, and as well as right here. With our pyramids, we do have the papilla, which is the tip of the pyramid. So you have the pyramid right here, and then the papilla of the pyramid is right here. Moving on is we have our major calyx, and it's going to be this area right here, right before you get to the pelvis. It's our filtration system right before we get to the pelvis. And then moving up from there is your minor calyx. It's going to be right below the papilla, but right in front of the major calyx. And then moving on from there is right here, it's your pelvis, right below the major calyx. And on the inside of it, right here, you have your renal artery inside the kidney. And as we move up, you can see this little red line right here. It's going to be our segmental arteries, moving on up the kidney. And then moving on up into the cortex area, you have the interlobular arteries and veins throughout the cortex area. They're harder to see as well, but they go throughout and they move the blood in and out of the cortex area. And then right here is going to be your renal vein. And that is all for our kidney. Thank you.